Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy. Unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. On the ground with a tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Taysom Hill. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From just shy of midfield, Allen is going to float this over the middle deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
You don't see too many cornerbacks coming up with hits like that in the running game. He announced his presence right there and knocked it back for a loss.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 91 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Allen to try again after the pick-6. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick-6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 2nd and 9, Allen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Allen now on 1st down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Jonah Williams, former 1st-round pick, the guilty party. second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. After the penalty, it's Mixon, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 79 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And they go play action now. Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Allen from the gun on third down. He's got a man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 75 yards. And the Bills get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 2nd and 10. Burrow. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Hey, Cam. 12. 49's the mark. Target. Mike's 49. I got him. 11. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Here's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking. Mixon hit, and oh, the ball is out. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
We got 3. Hey, check back 16. 11. Hey, check 24.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
49's
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Burrow. Buying time to his left. Catch made here by Campbell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
11.
Back to Mixon on second down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Burrow looking to pass. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one.
Stephon Diggs, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown Bills. Stephon Diggs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's go, D. 11 MT.
Burrow will throw. Being chased out left. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a first down. Burrow on play action. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Rolling to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To the air, Allen. Going for the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Mixon with a first down carry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. They start the drive with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The left side caught by Diggs. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on the play of the game now, 4th and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DJ Chark, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check back 16. Check back 16. We own them. We own them.
Now Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
11, 11, 11, 11. Let's see. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And the Bengals are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Check. 11 MT. 11 MT.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
Wonder how they did it. Wonder if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
And the kick is good. He puts it through.